I'm learning more and more that we got to embrace the down times. Even though it may feel like we can't get out sometimes, but that's where all the learning is. That's where all the growing is. Whether it's we trying to break a bad habit or we trying to get out of a cycle where we feel like our life is in a loop. All this stuff is needed. It's all necessary, especially if you know you on a path of trying to grow. It's all necessary because you're gonna get to where you're trying to get to. If you actively like really trying to grow, you setting your intention to grow, you got your mind on it, you doing the work to grow, but you feel like you still stuck or bad things keep happening, that's literally like, it's just more learning. It's just more things to help you because you know when you get to that next level, you gotta have these things like on your tool belt. Like you gotta know, how can I put this? I feel like the times that we go through, right? It just equips us with more knowledge and more information, and to be able to better deal with whatever is coming next. And I ain't saying what's coming next is always gonna be harder, but just in case you do face a similar situation, you will know how to better deal with it because you've been through it. And you knew the failures you made the first few times it came around, but you learn from those mistakes, right? You know, we learn all of these new things about how to be a better person, how to master the mind more, how to take more control of our lives. So when these bad things come up and they happen, we can't just start spiraling out of control and fall back into bad habits again. Because what's the point of learning that stuff if you ain't got to use it, or if you don't use it? It's no point of learning on how to have a stronger mind when problems that test to see if your mind is really strong come up and you just wither away. You just let the weak mind take over again. What did you learn all of that for? What did you read these self-help books for? What did we watch these videos for? What did we do all this meditation, all this prayer, all this positive thinking, all this working on ourselves, all this working out? Anything good that we've ever done or we've done to try to battle these things, when these things come to test us again, we gotta know and use, we gotta go in that tool bag that we learned all this stuff from. I'm switching hands, so my shoulder's getting tired. I just got done working out, so excuse my shirt. I may look a little rough, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, like we gain all of these new ideas, these newfound philosophies. We work on ourselves, we attempt to be better. It's gonna be times when these things happen. Just because you work on yourself don't mean everything good gotta come. You gotta put these things into practice so you know, because the universe, the God is gonna test you to see if you really about what you're talking about, if you really about what you're trying to improve on. And that's the thing that's starting to make sense, because for a minute I'm like, wow, I'm doing all this working on myself, but stuff keep happening or ain't nothing changing. You gotta have faith and persist. You can't just change something and think that it's all gonna be roses and sunshine from there. Of course them gonna come, but it's just about embracing it all, the good times and the bad times. And be thankful and be grateful that you have the ability to withstand them and overcome them. We a lot stronger than what we believe, man. We a lot stronger than what we think we are. You know, you gotta think about past times when life wasn't as easy as it is now. Really, we got life on easy mode. I know it's weird. It's kind of a catch-22. We got it on easy but hard at the same time, because we got a lot more technological advances to make life easier, but it also can make us lazier. It can make us not want to do as much. Like, you ever see them videos of them, like them African women? I don't know what specific country or, you know, where they be at in Africa, but like they be having the baby on their back, carrying a bucket of water on their head and doing all of this stuff. In certain places, you really got to do that. Or in certain times, like, you know, back in the beginning of the time, we really had to do that as humans. Now we can just turn the faucet on. You know, or we could go to the store and buy a bottle of water. Like, we ain't gotta do as much as what them people had to do. But on the same side, they didn't have as many distractions as we did. That's why I feel like it was a lot easier for them to maintain and do certain things because they didn't have so many distractions. We have an unlimited amount of distractions in our world today. Whether it's TV, video games, social media, our phones, even, I know it may seem crazy, sometimes books can be a distraction. Sometimes people can be distractions. You know, back then, what was their distraction? And by back then, I mean like way back. I ain't talking about the 50s. I'm talking about before like the 1700s and all that time. Like, their main distraction was people. And whoever came up with the idea like the Roman Colosseum, they understood that they knew how to feed our ego. They knew how to feed our nature of wanting to be distracted, of wanting to escape our problems. They knew how to feed that. So they built the Roman Colosseum and they had gladiators in there fighting and doing all type of stuff. People getting chased by animals and circus and all of that. Mind you, I'm not saying this stuff is inherently bad. I'm just saying, if you're somebody that's trying to focus on something, we really have to eliminate as many distractions as we can. It's not just about the things that we do, but it's also the things about that we don't do. If you entertaining your mind with BS, and I'm talking to myself right now too, because I still do this, it's something that we have to disassociate ourselves from. And this kind of ties in with my last video. I was talking about the narrative that we have of ourselves. You know, if we see ourselves as this disciplined person, this motivated person, we have to start moving in that energy, moving in that direction. And just let the momentum take us from there. But the whole point of this video, what I'm trying to say is, I hope, man, over there, the leaves blowing, I hope it ain't too loud. Hey, it's leaves blowing, it's a water fountain going. They over there doing yoga on microphones. I hope y'all can hear me good. That's why I got these headphones on, but now, like I'm saying, the whole point of this video, man, is about embracing the hard times and using the things that we've learned to practice, put them to use. We gotta put them to use. If we just doing them to practice on them, there's no purpose. It's like gaining a bunch of knowledge and not using it. That's literally what it is. It's not like, that's actually what it is. Gaining knowledge and not using it, not applying it. We gotta use it, apply it, and if we feel like it works for us, share it for who you feel like it needs to be shared to. But yeah, man. It's a nice little day up here. Look at the little ducks. Can I zoom in from this way? Hell no, I can't. Ah, man. Man, oh man. We gotta keep going though. Keep on going. Keep on building ourselves up. Eliminate as many negative distractions, things that don't serve us. And yeah. That's all I got, man. Embrace the good times, embrace the down times. Love yourself through it all, stay grateful through it all. It's a lot to be thankful for. And that's all I got today. Stay up and stay blessed.